Thanks for joining us. I'm Drew Scott. As migrants flood into New York City, some are making their way to Long Island. So how did they end up here? And what are they doing to support themselves and create a new life? Jasmine Anderson continues our special series, The Migrant Struggle. She spoke with two people who made the long, dangerous journey from South America.
Nos habían ofrecido que nos iban a matar nuestros hijos, iban a matar a ella y bueno, a mí sí intentaron matarme.
Fernando Alonso describes what forced him to flee his homeland of Honduras. He says he and his family left everything behind to escape the 18th Street gang.
Fuimos sacados de nuestra casa.
With the help of an international organization, they're now on Long Island trying to start a new life.
El deseo de todo el mundo es estar en los Estados Unidos.
They arrived 8 months ago. Catholic Charities of Long Island helped Fernando's family find temporary housing in Merrick before they moved to a home in Mastic. The former businessman has been forced to find a new way to support his family.
Actualmente mi trabajo es en landscaping. En la mañana tomo bus a las 5:30 de la mañana.
Fernando walks about 4 blocks to this bus stop in Mastic. From there, he takes 2 buses for a 2-hour commute to Southampton.
Yo necesito trabajar y ahora mismo no tengo un carro, entonces yo tengo que moverme de alguna forma. Entonces, del trabajo tiene que salir eso, el dinero para el transporte.
When he's not on the clock, he's learning U.S. history and English, so he can apply for citizenship.
Name one American Indian tribe in the United States.
In Nassau County, we caught up with Venezuelan native Pedro Herrera.
Cuando llegamos a Manhattan, como que, wow.
His dangerous voyage to the United States was very different. The final leg of his journey was on the Bestia, also known as the Death Train. Migrants cling for their lives to the locomotive as it travels through Mexico to Texas.
No sabemos qué no espera más adelante.
Before he got on the train, the 23-year-old was robbed while navigating the jungle for 3 days, bordering Panama and Colombia.
Nos robaron, yo cargaba $250, que uno en la selva, ahí lo dejan sin nada, te roban.
Herrera was traveling with his wife and 1-year-old daughter.
Mi niña, me le picaron unos insectos en el cuerpo.
He ultimately made the decision to send his wife and daughter back for their safety. When Herrera reached the U.S. border, he faced several obstacles to gaining entry.
Si no tenemos a alguien que nos reciba, que nos dé la dirección para llegar, no nos van a dejar pasar.
Without an address where he could stay in the U.S., he wouldn't be allowed to cross the border. But he had already called his friends on Long Island, and they agreed to let him live with them. And that's how he punched his ticket to Westbury in December. He works as a day laborer and says he receives no public assistance.
Porque nosotros no venimos acá a pedir ni nada, sino que venimos a trabajar. Si uno no trabaja, no come. ¿Cómo paga el arriendo?
Pedro is now in the process of applying for asylum and hopes one day to be reunited with his wife and child. For NewsdayTV, I'm Jasmine Anderson.
There is so much more to the migrant struggle here on Long Island. To read more about it, just click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box on our homepage. A community rally against hate. It comes after anti-immigrant graffiti was found on an abandoned church in Central Islip last week. Demonstrators gathered at a parking lot near the former chapel at Gullhaven Drive yesterday. Many are worried the anti-migrant sentiment could lead to physical violence.
I can tell you that quote-unquote illegals are human beings. Quote-unquote illegals can fulfill the American dream.
Now, police are investigating the graffiti and no arrests have been made. Candidates for New York's 3rd Congressional District put campaigning aside. Tom Suozzi and Suozzi and Pilip came together yesterday to call for release of the Israeli hostages. They were at the Mid-Island Y Jewish Community Center in Plainview.
Your pain, our pain. Your pain, my pain. Your son is my brother.
Despite everything else that's going on, we need to stand together to bring them home.
Omar Nutra of Plainview is among the hostages taken by Hamas in the October 7th attack. He's one of 6 Americans still being held. The search continues today for one of the two men behind a gunpoint home invasion in Greenvale. Police say a victim of the Greenvale burglary fired a shotgun at two masked men in his home early Saturday morning. The suspects fled, but one, Anthony Vasquez, who is homeless, was arrested. It's not clear what the men took from the home. No one was hurt. Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center is closed until tomorrow following an emergency evacuation over the weekend. Firefighters evacuated the rink in Bethpage Saturday night after an ammonia spill from a cooling tank. There were no reports of injuries or sickness. Cleanup continues in Oakdale today after nearly 140 gallons of oil spilled onto a residential street. Now, the state DEC says a failed heating system poured the oil into a home's crawl space on Lincoln Drive a week ago. The oil reached Byron Lake after the owner allegedly pumped it onto the street, and it seeped into a storm drain. Checking out your hyper-local Monday forecast. It's going to be chilly and wet today, if you didn't notice, with the highs around 40 degrees. Tonight it'll be in the low 30s. Now tomorrow, partly cloudy, around 36 degrees outside. And here's a look at your futurecast. You may see little flurries this morning, but then it'll all clear out. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
Well, a Long Island musician realized his bucket list dream by recording an album. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
You're a two-way street and I'm on the other side. I do this as therapy, a hobby, everything in one. I just enjoy writing songs. I've been writing songs since I'm like 14, and I'm working on this album. It's called 40. It's like 40 years of music. I know you're searching. I'm searching too. The song's about a breakup in a band, about playing with a bunch of guys and breaking up. Trying to go it alone, I guess, and feeling a loss and hoping that things can mend one day. I was by your side. I tell everybody, just if you draw and do paintings, put it in an art store. Let people enjoy it, or a gallery or something. Let people enjoy your work.
You can read more about the Sound Cellar on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. For some Long Islanders, vision boards are the key to success. Elisa DiStefano has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
Adding intention to the new year, Liz Fiore, owner of Vibe and Shine, offers guidance in vision board making and manifestation.
A vision board is a tool that people use to actually rewire their brain. So they will cut words and images, and when they look at them, their optic nerve takes in the image and fires it away to the brain where it gets processed and stored.
Liz leads one-on-one and small group sessions here in Farmingdale and 2-hour workshops across Long Island and on Zoom.
This is for you.
I started making my board by looking through magazines.
I actually did 2 with Drew Barrymore for you because
I love
her.
So we're picking pictures that match
your intention.
Our intention. I'm taking this very seriously.
I want you to.
We might be here for a while. Always find our way back to peace,
yes,
nature,
so
live your life.
Yes.
Love that. Honoring the journey. I like that.
I
feel
do like
this
that
year
a lot.
I want to really honor my journey. Breathing easy.
So much good stuff here. I love the path on there.
After selecting a pile of pages,
Now I've got to fit it on the board.
Right, so now you're gonna look through everything and see what really gives you that wow factor, because you only want what's on the board that's gonna really raise those vibrations.
Okay.
it's time to get gluing.
Okay, here we go. 2024, I'm ready for you.
Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV.
Thank you, Elisa. Read more about Vibe and Shine on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
My goal is to entertain, but also to let you into the places where the fans can't go. I want to take the readers inside the locker room, inside the heads of the athletes.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Drew Scott. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we leave you now with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.